Hi everyone, Agnes here. Now today in this YouTube, I'm going to answer a really good question from Gloria M. Gloria asked, how to read someone if they are relationship material? How do you spot the red flags? Okay, so in this video, I'm going to answer that question, and by the end of this YouTube, you will have 10 red flags for you to ponder, and then you can look for these to avoid them if you resonate with them. Okay? Now, number one, someone who has substance addictions. Okay, for me, if someone's in active addiction through a substance, a drug, cigarettes, things like that, for me, that's a no at this stage of my life. Number two, someone who needs to be heard. I love people who can talk and listen. Okay, love when someone is able to listen and be present. Number three, another red flag, someone who doesn't care for themselves. So they don't have a good diet or they don't exercise. Now, I don't need someone to do that all the time, but that they have a basic good self-love and self-care, and that you can know that that is a part of their life. Number four, complaining and negative people. Nothing more to say about that. That's pretty self-explanatory. Number five, people who can't put down their phone when they are with you. I see it as rude. Josh, you and I had a conversation about this, and I agree with you. I love when people are focused, they don't have split energy, people that are present, mindful, and in the here and now. Number six, overspenders are a red flag for me. Now, I'm not talking about people that live from week to week and are under earning because they're not getting paid enough. Now, I've been one of those people for many, many years, and I was doing my best. I'm talking about people that have lots of money but just spend and then leave themselves short, or don't spend on things that are important, or don't have any savings for when something happens and then they have to borrow from others. I'm talking about that extreme spending that, then they end up wanting to borrow from you. So I'm mindful of, how people do their money. Obviously, you need to get to know those things over time. So getting to know someone as a friend, and then you can find things out as you go. And then when you are friends, then you can decide if you want to be in a relationship. Number seven, those too much into their looks, and those photographing themselves too much. So those that are into selfies or photographing and uploading on social media, that's a red flag for me. I remember there was a guy in Australia, he had a show called The Bondi Vet, and he said when he wanted to date a woman, he would look on her social media, and if she had more than a couple of photos of herself per month, he wouldn't date her. And I remember thinking that's really interesting, because if you are into social media, you can see a lot about other people through what they do on those platforms. So you can get lots of good information there. Number eight, someone who is allowing their family to dictate what they do, still like when they were a child. So, once you get to a certain age, I would say roughly in your 20s, that you can start making decisions for yourself, and you can start saying no to certain things to your family that you don't agree with, that you don't just do what they say because you're still in that child-parent dynamic and you can't think for yourself. I think that can definitely affect relationships. I've seen it, I've been in it, and it's a big one. It's a big one. Number nine, someone who takes and doesn't contribute. So I'm happy to give, but if someone just takes every time and then doesn't, think about giving something back, that for me now is, well, you know what, I don't want to be around people that just take. And it doesn't have to be that they give things or that they, give presents or things like that. I'm talking about that, when you get together, that they might contribute a little bit of food, or that you ask them over and then, sometimes they ask you over. I mean, if they're living with other people, no problem, but that they ask you and take you to a nice park. A lot of stuff you can do for free. It doesn't have to be that people spend money on you, but that they think of you and that they're considerate. That's a really big one. I love that. Number 10, final one, people who gossip about people that you don't know, or even people that you do know. I don't personally like to hear gossip. I don't find it interesting. I'd rather talk about how to cook, how to travel, where to travel to, what you're doing for your health, exercise, things like that. I'm not interested in gossip. I'm not interested in celebrity gossip. I'm not interested in any stuff that's online that's, I just, that stuff doesn't interest me. So again, as we know, each to their own. Let me know down below, what are your red flags when you meet people and you're looking at whether they are relationship material? What do you find really draws you towards someone, and what do you find really repels you? So thank you, Gloria, for your question. I am going to be looking at more videos on this topic, and also for those of you that have asked me, and I don't really, as you know, promote and push things, but I will answer the question. Yes, I do coaching, I do personal meditations, I do have courses to sell. That information is below in the description of every single video. So I will see those of you, as always, in the next YouTube. And I will see those of you that have joined the next course that is for SPs on the day. The information for that is down below also. Lots of love, and I will see you very soon, you know where.